Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to a new video of Cambridge IELTS, and this is the video about the Cambridge IELTS listening, and the question type is IELTS listening maps. Today we are going to solve from question number 14 to 20 from Cambridge IELTS book 4 listening test 1. Whenever the IELTS listening map come into the IELTS listening test, the students become very confused and they think that they can't understand the map or they can't label the directions in the map. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips and strategies, and I hope that if you work upon these tips and strategies, your IELTS maps will become very easy for you. The first thing the students need to do is to label the directions of the map. The right side of the map is east, the left side of the map is west, the upper side of the map is north, and the bottom side of the map is south. So whenever the maps come into the IELTS listening test, the students have to label the directions of the map. Then the students have to focus on the map and they have to read very carefully the words which are already given in the map. Sometimes it happens when the students don't pay any attention to the words which are already given into the map and they choose the words as answer of the questions which are already given in the map. So it is better for the students to focus on the map and read the words which are already given on the map. Then there is no need to read the options or the questions in the map. If you start reading the options or the question in the map, you will become confused and you will waste your time. The only thing is to do just to focus on the map and listen the audio very carefully. Another important thing is that most of the maps start from the bottom and you can see the entrance at the bottom of the map. So when the audio will play, you need to focus on the bottom or the entrance given in the map. In this way, you will get a start, and I think that is a great start for you if you focus on the entrance or at the bottom of the map, and you will start finding your answers very easily. I hope that you have understood what I have said. So let's get started our today's test. Let's start. Question number 14 to 20. Label the plane below. Write no more than 2 words for each answer. We have to label the question number 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and question number 20. We have to focus on the places which are already mentioned. Start from the bottom. Entrance is mentioned. Car park and yard are mentioned. On the right side, toilets, the work office, the stables are mentioned. On the left side, the engine room, the grinding room, and of course, river is also mentioned. And very important thing, you have to know the directions. The upper side of the map is north, the lower or bottom side is south, the right hand side of map is east, and the left hand side of map is west. So it is easy for you to label the directions on the map before the start of audio. Then another important thing is that the audio will start from the entrance as you see at the bottom.
Now listen and answer questions 14 to 20.
Now, I'm going to give you a plan of the site, and I'd just like to point out where everything is, and then you can take a look at everything for yourself. I've already pointed out the river, which is on the left.
The woman is saying that I have already pointed out the river, which is on the left. And you can see that the river is on the left side, which is already mentioned in the map.
And of course, running along the bottom is Woodside Road.
And of course, running along the bottom is the Woodside Road. At the bottom of the map, you can see the question number 14, blank and road is written. So the answer of the question number 14 is Woodside Road. Let's listen to the audio again.
And of course, running along the bottom is Woodside Road. Got it?
So move on to find the next building.
Now, we're standing at the entrance. See it at the bottom?
We are standing at the entrance. See it at the bottom. An entrance in the map is this at the bottom. And according to the audio, we are here.
And immediately to our right is the ticket office.
And immediately to our right is the ticket office. If we are standing here and at the right side of us is this, and this building is the ticket office, which is the answer of question number 15. Let's listen to the audio again.
And immediately to our right is the ticket office. You won't need that because you've got your group booking.
Let's listen to the audio to find the answer of the next question.
But just past it are the toilets. Always good to know where they are.
But just past it are the toilets, which are already mentioned in the map. And in the map, when we pass the ticket office, next are the toilets.
In front of us is the car park, as you can see, and to the left, by the entry gate, is the gift shop. That's where you can get copies of the guide, like this one here.
And to the left, by the entry gate, is the gift shop. And in the map, on the left side of entry gate, there is a building, and it's the question number 16. So the answer of question number 16 is the gift shop. Let's listen to the audio again.
In front of us is the car park, as you can see, and to the left, by the entry gate, is the gift shop. That's where you can get copies of the guide, like this one here. Now, beyond the car park, all the buildings are arranged in a half circle with a yard in the middle.
Now, beyond the car park are the buildings are arranged in a half circle with the yard in the middle. It means we have to focus on this area which is beyond the car park.
The big stone building at the top is the main workshop. That's where the furnace is and where all the metal was smelted and the tools were cast.
The big stone building at the top is the main workshop, that where the furnace is and where all the metal was smelted. The big stone building is at the top. When we look at the top of the map, we can see the engine room, which is already mentioned, and question number 17. So the answer of the question number 17 is the stone building. Let's listen to the audio again.
The big stone building at the top is the main workshop. That's where the furnace is and where all the metal was smelted and the tools were cast, as you'll be able to see.
We cannot write the big stone building because we have to write maximum tools in the answer. So these already mentioned, stone building is the right answer for the question number 17.
Now, in the top right-hand corner, that building with bigger windows is the showroom, where samples of all the tools that were made through the ages are on display.
See now in the top right-hand corner. So the top right corner is this. That building with bigger windows is the showroom, where samples of all the tools that were made through the age are on display. So the answer of question number 18 is the showroom. D is already mentioned, write only showroom for the question number 18. Let's listen to the audio again.
Now, in the top right-hand corner, that building with bigger windows is the showroom, where samples of all the tools that were made through the ages are on display.
Let's move on to find the answer of the next question.
In the top left corner is the grinding shop, where the tools were sharpened and finished.
In the top left corner is the grinding shop, where the tools were sharpened and furnished.
And on one side of that, you can see the engine room, and on the other is the cafe, which isn't an antique, you'll be pleased to know, though they do serve very nice old-fashioned teas.
The top left corner is this, and the grinding shop is already mentioned. And one side of that, you can see the engine room. And in the map, you can see the engine room at one side of the grinding shop. And on the other side is the cafe, which is not antique. You will be pleased to know that they do serve very nice old-fashioned teas. So on the other side of the grinding shop is the building. That is the question number 19. So the answer of the question number 19 is the cafe. Let's listen to the audio again.
In the top left corner is the grinding shop, where the tools were sharpened and finished. And on one side of that, you can see the engine room, and on the other is the cafe, which isn't an antique, you'll be pleased to know, though they do serve very nice old-fashioned teas.
Right now, we have to find the answer of the question number 20. That is the last one. Question number 20. The blank for the workers. So hint is that these buildings were made for workers. We have to find the name of the buildings.
The row of buildings you can see on the left are the cottages. These were built for the workers towards the end of the 18th century, and they're still furnished from that period, so you can get a good idea of ordinary people's living conditions.
The row of buildings you can see on the left are the cottages. The row of building, as you can see in the map, or here on the left side, these were built for workers towards the end of 18th century. So the answer of the question number 20 is cottages, because these already written. Let's listen to the audio again.
The row of buildings you can see on the left are the cottages. These were built for the workers towards the end of the 18th century, and they're still furnished from that period, so you can get a good idea of ordinary people's living conditions. Across the yard from them, you can see the stables, where the horses were kept for transporting the products. And the separate building in front of them is the works office, and that still has some of the old accounts on display. Right. If anyone wants a guided tour, then I'm starting at the engine room. If you'd like to come along this way, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, guys, I hope that you have understood the map labeling. And if you have understood the map labeling, please like my video and subscribe my YouTube channel.